that a bear print?
No, that's a Bigfoot print.
Huh.
Is that blood? Oh, salt. Oh, that's salt. Yeah, I broke my salt shaker. That's right. I thought that was...
On June 21st, 2023, in southern Taiwan, Valerie, the creator behind the YouTube channel, Valerie, Adventure Travel and Raw Moments, set out on her very first long-form expedition. Her channel captures raw, solo travel experiences centered on real moments in remote natural landscapes. Starting late in the day, she traveled alone toward Lulu Hot Springs, a little-known geothermal site hidden deep in the mountains. The idea was simple: hike for hours, camp alone, and sleep on ground warmed from below. From the very beginning, the terrain felt quiet, but demanding.
Here at the junction, where it goes to Lulu Springs this way. So for me it was pretty much 1 hour, and I'm sweating like hell. I regret that I started at 12. Into the jungle. I noticed that there are some marks, like these bands here, along the trail, so you know where to go. It's very helpful also. I made it to the highest point. Now it only goes downwards, so it's a bit easier, but also more tiring tomorrow. Should have brought more water also. I only have like 1 liter left, and I still have today and tomorrow. Okay, here it really gets steep. There are some ropes attached. It's so crazy. It really smells like egg here from the sulfur. Yeah, the smell, you can tell it's a hot spring coming from deep in the ground.
The trek unfolded under heavy heat. Sweat came fast as Valerie followed thin ribbon markers through steep forest slopes, holding onto ropes where the trail dropped into sharp falls. The scent of sulfur grew stronger as the soil warmed beneath her boots. After nearly 4 hours, she reached the river, empty, silent, and alive with geothermal heat.
I made it! No one's here. Wow. So cool. Is that stone? I don't know. Ooh! Wow, it's so hot. It's like coming straight from the boiler.
Every few meters there were holes where hot water bubbled out and collected in puddles. This one was probably 70 degrees hot. This riverbank was perfect as a camping ground. The surface was so warm that I was sure I wouldn't need any extra blanket or sleeping bag that night. And then I found a shovel in the river.
People use it for there. Okay, I will dig my own hot spring hole now. That's the mission for tonight. I'm collecting some wood and grasses for a bonfire I want to make. These are good for starting a fire. I bought some fried rice in the restaurant before I came here. And that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. It's crazy. Wow. I really don't need more than just my yoga mat. And yeah, this pillow, and that's it.
Boiling water poured from cracks in the rocks, coloring the ground in unnatural shades. Using an abandoned shovel, she carved out a small, hot pool beside the cold stream and settled in for the night, sleeping on a yoga mat as the earth released its warmth.
I'm now heading to the heart of Lulu Hot Springs, the main steamy area. It's located in a canyon, which makes it a bit dangerous because it's a rockfall area.
You can feel how hot it is even without touching the rocks. Also, my ring changed its color. It was golden before. It's because of the sulfur.
And then I finally reached the big steam, the reason why I made this trip. I saw it from a distance already, but being so close to it hit different.
Few rocks were falling down right there where I was walking before, and they were quite big, so it's quite dangerous here. Should leave soon, I guess.
At sunrise, she crossed the river and followed it upstream into a narrow canyon filled with steam. There, at the center of Lulu Hot Springs, towering vents and scorching air surrounded her. Moments later, large stones fell from the cliff above, slamming onto the path she had just crossed.
I'm really exhausted from yesterday and today as well. I actually packed 2 boxes of fried rice, but since it was still warm when he packed it and I didn't let it cool down, the condensation made it going off pretty quickly, so I can't eat it anymore. And yeah, my lack of water, of course.
After about 3 hours of climbing vertically with close to no break, I made it to the top. Hallelujah.
I made it.
From now on it goes downwards, so it's easier, but be aware it's also very slippery.
My last bit of water. But almost there. I'm so lucky. I was walking down the last few meters and then this car stopped and asked me if I wanted to hop on. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
The hike back was tougher. With little water left and spoiled food, she climbed for hours before finally reaching the road where locals helped her return to town. This journey wasn't haunted, but it was dangerous. Heat, falling rock, exhaustion, and isolation turned natural beauty into quiet risk. When nature gives no warning and no second chances, how close can beauty and danger truly exist before one becomes the other? This footage was captured on the night of May 22nd, 2023. The person behind the camera is Alex, a long-haul truck driver from the YouTube channel Alex Nino, which documents real trucking life, overnight runs, and sleeping on the road. What begins as an ordinary shift slowly turns uneasy. Mechanical strain, tight schedules, and nowhere to truly rest. By the end of the night, Alex realizes the real danger wasn't mechanical at all.
Hey boss, do you guys have def?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, perfect, man. My truck was about to turn off on me, so I parked right there. I'll put the def at my pickup, at my delivery right now. But I don't know why, or what went through me, that I forgot to check the def. And the def is pretty much diesel exhaust fluid. If the truck runs out of it, you're done. Your truck will turn off. It's like you pretty much ran out of gas in your car. I was gonna make this delivery and then go put the def before my truck turns off on me. I go to this location right here. Man, after this delivery, I have to cross the Bay Bridge. If this truck turns off on me on the Bay Bridge, I'm screwed. Just stupid cars next to me. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna brake it a bunch like this. That way my trailer goes all the way to that door right there. Go up. See how my trailer door is right there? My trailer's right there. Watch this. Get it super close to that right there. Bada boom, bada boom. Your boy is in the building.
Early on, Alex notices his truck is running low on DF, diesel exhaust fluid. If it drops too far, the engine can shut down. With the gauge nearly empty, he stops at a Shell station to buy a gallon, concerned about making it across the Bay Bridge afterward. At the delivery location, another issue appears.
Oh man, I'm all messed up right now. I have a pallet that's a single pallet right here. That's literally right at the door with no load lock, not secured, because I didn't have my load lock in the trailer. So what I'm gonna have to do right now is open this really carefully and hope that pallet did not tilt over. Woo! No, the only thing that I'm scared about is backing this thing in, because if I'm reversing, it can go like this. So I'm gonna see if they have a load lock or something, or you know what? I'm gonna leave this closed, get as close as I can to the door, and then once I get super close, I'll just get out again, open it, and bam, I'm good. I should be good like that. There should be good. Any closer, I won't be able to. I don't want this pallet to come, like as soon as I hit right here or me reversing or anything, for it to go, just because I'm gonna go ask them if they have a load lock. Hi, I had 3 pallets for you. Do you think by any chance I'd be able to use a load lock just so I can put the load lock right here so I can reverse in? You see one? It's locked? You get what I mean? If I hit it hard right here, it could just all come crashing down.
It should be okay. Those are pretty sturdy.
I'll try it.
It should be okay.
Alright, let's go put some deaf boys before my truck turns off. Let's go, little deafy. Ugh.
A single pallet is sitting loose at the trailer door with no load lock in place. With no equipment available, Alex carefully backs in, aware that one wrong move could cause it to fall. After that, the night finally seems to slow. Inside his truck, his second home, Alex sets up a portable Bluetti power station and relaxes for a moment, thinking the worst has passed. Then, while parked in a quiet neighborhood to sleep, he notices a man outside the truck, close enough to reach for the door.
There's literally someone right there, bro. Oh my f***ing. Alright guys, screw that. I'm just decided I was actually gonna leave. I seen him take off. There's no way in how I'm staying there. Thankfully, I locked my doors. There's times where I go to bed with the doors not locked. Damn, that was a close one.
The doors are locked. Alex immediately starts the engine and drives away. He later admits there were times he hadn't locked them at all, and this time, that habit may have protected him. The video never explains who the man was or what he wanted. It could have been a theft attempt. It could have been something else entirely. What makes the moment unsettling isn't what happened. It's how close it came to happening at all. If the doors hadn't been locked that night, would this have ended as just another trucking story, or something far worse? In early January, during the depths of a Canadian winter, YouTuber Mo Sargi traveled with his friend Chris to camp off-grid beside a frozen lake. The video was recorded for the Mo Sargi YouTube channel, which focuses on outdoor camping, RV travel, and the search for unexplained encounters in remote places. Surrounded by snow, trees, and ice, their RV sat alone with no roads, no nearby homes, and no signs of anyone else. As daylight disappeared, the silence around the lake felt heavier than it should have.
Look at this. Nothing but lakes and like little islands surrounding us. Man, it's so quiet out here. Right now, we're just out here in the Canadian wilderness and where people have actually sighted Bigfoot himself. So I'm hoping we get lucky today. I really want to be able to see Bigfoot.
Yo, I could swear, like, bro, no clickbait. I could swear I saw something moving on that hill over there. Way out there. I'm zoomed in right now with my zoom cam. But I swear to God, like, I thought I saw something, like, way out there. What the? Huh? That was a weird noise.
I heard something in the bush there.
Dude, I actually saw something over there on that piece of land, which we can't get to because there's a lake between us. Yeah, guys, we're hearing some weird noises coming from that side over there now, too. So I just flew the drone,
And I didn't see a single animal. Not a moose, not a bear, not a crocodile, nothing. All right, the real adventure begins. We're going to leave the RV behind and we're going to go off into the forest and hopefully see if there are any signs of Bigfoot. There are prints here. I did walk through here earlier, but not all of these are mine. I don't know whose these are. Oh, they go towards the trail. I wonder if somebody else was like Bigfoot hunting out here. But these stop. Oh, look, whoever showed up here stopped here and then turned around and went back down that way. Yeah, I'm on the ice right now. We're making our way to the other side of the lake right now. We didn't have to walk across water, so I think this might actually be like a little island. There are some strange rocks over there, actually. But also, caves could mean Bigfoot. What if Bigfoot lives in a cave? Oh, shh, shh, shh. That was a growl coming from our side.
Yeah, it sounded like over here.
Chris off camera was saying that he's seen something that looked like a shack over there, which I can't see it, but we're gonna probably go and explore. But then we heard some loud echoing growl. It is echo. If Bigfoot growls, we're gonna hear it.
Yes. Did you move?
No.
I heard something over there.
Yeah, that's where it came from. That's why I'm aiming my camera that way. I'm officially scared because I don't know what the hell that was. For the record, we just found a big crack in the ice. I don't know how concerning this is, but yeah, we got to be careful. I thought I heard a crack. Like, I'm not even joking. I thought I heard a crack. Why does this part here look darker than the other parts? Is it shallower or is it weaker ice? What the fuck was that? You heard that, right? Could that have been the ice? But it sounded like it came from here and then over there at the same time. Those are footprints, dude. Oh, look!
Is that a bear print?
No, that's a Bigfoot print. Oh, dude, these are actual Bigfoot prints. There's more here. Let's see if we can, like, kind of clean this one out. I can't make out this one, that one. This one?
This one almost has like toes.
Yeah.
See? Almost like a hand.
But it looks like
Thumb, finger, 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 finger.
I don't know. Could be maybe part of a foot, right? Like that's a big...
The trip began quietly. The frozen lake stretched in every direction, broken only by distant islands and wind-swept snow. As Mo and Chris walked across the ice, loud cracks rang out beneath them, followed by deep, unfamiliar sounds rolling across the shoreline. While moving farther from the RV, they spotted large impressions locked into the ice. The shapes were uneven and partly buried, hard to identify, yet clearly larger than their own footprints.
Feels good to be off the ice. Oh yeah, we got the log in here. It's burning still. What is that? Is that blood?
Oh, salt.
Oh, that's salt. Yeah, I broke my salt shaker. That's right. I thought that was...
I've never heard that before.
Did we just hear that correct? Like, that was a
God-awful scream of...
I'm going back down to the lake, dude. Come back down to the lake. Oh my god, there actually might be something here. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off my light just so I can see a little bit better. This camera sees better with the light off. Oh, what the f is that? Oh my god, what was that? There's something here, dude. There's something actually here.
As night took over, the mood shifted. From the forest came a low howl, followed by sharp knocking sounds striking the trees in a steady pattern. The noises traveled across the lake, then cut off without warning, leaving only silence behind.
I can't believe that was, like, not you. Okay, so, sitting on my bed, I feel the RV shaking a lot. And my god, it's probably just Chris moving. But he's saying it wasn't him. And it's not windy out. And the fire's out, dude.
What the?
I don't see anything that would, like, there's no wind. What the hell could have caused that? Yeah, like, we're the only ones here. You sure you didn't move?
100%. I swear to God.
And there's nothing out here. Dude, what if Bigfoot was shaking our car? Guys, there's no way.
Later that night, while inside the RV, the vehicle suddenly shook. Both men felt it at the same time. There was no wind, no passing vehicles, and nothing visible outside. Whatever caused it left no clear answer. Some viewers later pointed to natural causes, saying ice can shift under pressure, or animals may have moved through the area. Frozen lakes are known to create loud and unsettling sounds, especially at night. Others felt the sounds were deliberate. They noted the timing of the knocks, the direction of the howls, and the moment the RV moved, suggesting something was aware of their presence. It could have been the ice. It could have been wildlife in the trees. Or it could have been something that never needed to be seen, only heard. What do you think was out there that night? On May 31st, 2025, the creator behind Dead Appalachia walked into Big Ridge State Park, following the Ghost House Trail, one of the area's most disturbing pieces of history. His channel is known for exploring deep Appalachian lore, mixing old accounts with the quiet weight of forgotten places. But on this trail, the past didn't just seem preserved, it felt aware.
I'm essentially going to be hiking the entirety of the Big Ridge State Park, showing you these locations: the grist mill, the ghost house, and the location of an Indian ambush site. Near the trailhead stands the Norton Grist Mill, constructed in 1825. Now this structure here is the Norton Grist Mill. Now this next part may be speculative rumor, but they say that the man who built this mill, his daughter was suspected of witchcraft, and they say the man hung his own daughter because he thought she was a witch. Here's the outside of the mill. Looks quite decrepit. I imagine this was gorgeous back in its day. There's a nice little creek here. We're gonna go check out what remains of the ghost house. We're gonna check out a hidden cemetery. This here's where we're going. The next part of our adventure takes place around 0.4 miles into the trail, the Norton Cemetery. Some tales suggest that photographs taken here reveal silhouettes of the departed standing by their graves.
The trip began at the old Norton Grist Mill, still standing where it has been since 1825. Its story lives on in local memory, the account of a man who believed his own daughter was a witch and took her life along the mill's path. The creator remarked on the unease of moving through a place where belief became tragedy, a reminder that Appalachia's darkness often comes from people, not spirits. And yet, farther along the trail, something else seemed to be waiting.
As we continue along the trail, we come across the infamous ghost house. Now, only a root cellar, a cistern, and a well casing remain at this place. But many folks have reported seeing different specters and ghosts. Both park rangers and hikers alike have reported a strange specter of a man in work boots, gray pants, and a red flannel shirt hiking off trail in the woods. And he is said to vanish without a trace if you approach him, which just leaves behind an even bigger aura of mystery for me.
The remains of the ghost house appeared next, now reduced to a cellar, a cistern, and the ground that swallowed the rest. This was the location tied to reports of a strange man, gray pants, red flannel, work boots, seen by rangers and hikers before disappearing whenever anyone got close. It was a different kind of unease, quiet and impossible to explain, lingering in the empty space where the house once stood. But the trail still carried a story far deeper than rumor.
I'm about to do about 500 feet of elevation right now, heading up to the top of this mountain where this Indian ambush site is. See no signs of human activity. We're definitely getting close. These are historical rock walls. Whew. All right. After about an hour of hiking, we're here. November 13th, 1794, hiding between these two huge boulders, Indians ambushed, killed, and scalped Peter Graves, a pioneer settler from the Sharp Station located 1/2 mile to the north. Erected in 1968 by the descendants of the early settlers of this area, here in the eastern woodlands back in the frontier days was very dangerous. I mean, look at all this dense forest. I mean, we're talking Native Americans, bears, disease, bobcats, mountain lions, all kinds of things that roamed around these woods during that time. Yeah, nice little piece of rocky rock. This was all supposed to be a trail, but no one's come up here in God knows how long.
Past the climb, between two towering stones, stood the spot where Peter Graves was attacked in 1794, killed and scalped in a moment that reflected the violence of the frontier days in the eastern woods. A memorial placed there years later only emphasizes how real the danger once was. Reaching this place, the creator reflected on the harsh land and the heavy silence that hangs over areas shaped by blood and memory. Standing between the stones, the past felt closer than anything paranormal. Many viewers pointed out that Appalachia's unease doesn't come only from legends, but from the land's layered history, loss, conflict, and stories that refuse to disappear. On trails like this, memory often feels stronger than myth. If daylight already carried the weight of old stories, what would the ridge reveal to someone who returned after dark, when the forest keeps the trail entirely to itself? On October 5th, 2025, Dan Bell, the creator of Dan Bell, Film It, a channel known for late-night urban exploration, found himself deep near Seneca Rocks in West Virginia. His videos often uncover forgotten motels, abandoned schools, and eerie backroads, but this night felt different. As he pushed farther into Appalachia's quiet darkness, every shadow seemed to carry its own weight, hinting that the stillness around him might not be completely empty.
Look at this place. Yoakum Vacationland Motel Restaurant. Here's the motel. Look at this place. I guess this was an early car phone. You could just pull up here and make your call right from your driver's seat. This place is so old. It's like a peek back into the past. Damn, it's creepy. Oh my god. Yeah, this must have been like some elementary school or middle school or something like that. Oh my goodness. Seneca Rocks Elementary School, 1955. This place.
Dan started the night by drifting past what remained of Yoakum's vacation land, moving by its fading signs and the hollow shells of old motel rooms. A short distance down the road, he came across the abandoned Seneca Rocks Elementary School, its dark windows and aging exterior frozen in time since 1955. The calm surrounding these places felt heavy, as if time had stepped aside without fully leaving. Something about that silence seemed to prepare him for what waited later.
Look at that place. Old barn. Jesus, that's a creepy looking place. Oh my goodness. Oh, the curtains are all torn. Looks like an old haunted house. There cannot possibly be people living in there. That is so creepy. Secretly, I want to go and see if the door's open, but I'm worried that there might still be somebody in there. I don't know if going in is a good idea. I just went to get out of the truck to go check this house out to see if the front door is open, and a car rode by and they slowed down. I had already turned my truck off, so the lights were off, and then I sat here for 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, and the car had turned around and come back, and then I heard something over here. It sounded like something metal, like someone taking like a shovel and hitting it on concrete. Oh, there's a car coming up behind me. People out here don't mess around. I'm gonna just pull into this Liberty station. They'll go past. They're pulling into the Liberty station as well. It's kind of strange. There's a light in the woods. There. You can see it right there. Right there. What is that light? Oh. That's not a star. What the hell is that? It's not a house. Oh God, why am I on this road? This is so creepy. I can't imagine if my engine died or I had a flat tire. I'd have to really be brave. Call AAA. If I even have... I probably don't have cell reception up here. I guess I'd have to walk back to the main road. Oh, that would be horrible. Goddamn Blair Witch house. Jesus, that's creepy looking. There's still seats, chairs sitting on the front porch. A lot of people just die and there's no relatives, there's no kin, next of kin, so they just, their homes are just abandoned. This light, I swear to God, has been following me. I saw it about 10 miles from here, and it was... Anyway, it just seems like it's been following me, I don't know.
Later, as he slowed near a crumbling roadside house, a sense of unease set in. A car that passed him reduced its speed, then returned minutes afterward. From somewhere close came a metallic bang, a sound he compared to a shovel striking concrete. The tension made him pull away, stopping only when he reached an old Liberty station to collect himself. Even then, the feeling that something was shifting around him never completely faded. Deeper into the drive, Dan noticed a strange light hanging too low to be in the sky, tracking his route for miles. It led him past a worn cabin he jokingly called the Blair Witch house, its shape unsettling in the faint glow.
It's like a vintage restaurant. The napkins are still on the tables. Look at this place. Look at the child seat. This is wild. Anyone home? Looks like a shape of a human being standing back there. I think it's an alien, actually. It's an extraterrestrial waiting for me to jump the fence so it can take me up. Look at that face. Doesn't it look like an alien face? Okay, it's like moving. I'm getting out of here. Oh, you can see it, but across the street there's a light from that house. It's like a dim light, and it's a field over there. I don't know. Maybe somebody's having I tried to bring the brightness up all the way on the phone, but it's just not good enough.
Later, near a fenced area, he spotted a form that looked almost human, or something else entirely, before realizing it was just an illusion created by the angle of the light. The unease stayed with him long enough to decide he had seen enough for one night. Some viewers think the drifting lights and uneasy moments show how Appalachia can heighten fear, blurring instinct and imagination. If those lights truly followed him, what might have been standing just out of sight, watching from the dark the entire time? On September 27th and 29th of 2023, Mo, Sargi, and Aldo moved deep into the Appalachian Mountains near Bluefield, West Virginia. Their channel, known for survival challenges and run-ins with unsettling legends, aimed to look into claims of feral people. But the farther they traveled, the more the forest seemed to respond in its own way.
We just know to be careful now because we've talked to a lot of locals. No one goes out anymore. It's been abandoned. This trail in particular that we're walking is closed down for some reason. Yo, this looks like some weird ass language, dude. What do you think it says? I don't know, but it could be like communication between like the feral people. Like, I'm just speculating here, but it could be.
It also, I mean, it looks like people put their initials too. Just like how people do that for fun.
But here's the thing, for the people that do talk about the feral people, they don't know how they communicate. There's no reception out here.
No, there isn't. I heard that the feral people actually communicate with clicking.
Yeah, clicking, whistling, type of howling, and singing from what I've heard too.
They followed the closed trail toward Pinnacle Rock, walking past the weathered sign and spotting strange symbols cut into the trees. Mo referred to the stories connected to those marks, questioning who or what had carved them there. The woods felt unusually aware of their presence, and the tension only grew as they continued forward.
What's wrong?
Dude, what? I think we just discovered their base. Look.
You see that? There's like a house down there. I don't know if I can catch him. Can we see it? I thought I seen someone. And dude, there's also this weird structure here. Usually this means this is like their headquarters.
Oh, I mean, maybe they're living here.
Oh, yo, there's another house down there. Do you see anyone walking?
There was a weird, like, I thought I seen a weird guy over there.
Dude, you might have just saw a feral person down there.
You would hear that? A faint whistle.
I heard that. Should we go down there?
Yeah, we should go down there.
Okay, do you see anyone right now?
No.
I think it's safe.
Whoa, look at this structure. This kind of reminds me of like coal mining stuff. There might have been a mine here at one point. There's rails up there from a coal mine. What the heck is all this? It's closed. This trail was closed for a reason, guys. We actually just stumbled upon a feral camp, so keep your eyes open.
I'm glad you have the baseball bat.
I mean, I don't plan on hurting anyone, as long as they're nice to us, right?
Yeah.
Trail closed. So there's a house there. Oh my god, there's a mine shaft. There's an old abandoned mine shaft in the mountains. I saw a guy going off that way. What? Look at this old mining cart. Oh, they've blocked it off. Well, there's no way he got in here because they blocked us off. I wonder if it goes in deep. Oh, it's a mine shaft, dude. It goes in deep. So there's no way he went in here. I seen somebody in like a camo jacket or a hoodie of some sort. He had a what's it called? His face looked different. He was very pale.
Pale?
Yeah, very pale.
Yeah, let's keep looking around.
There's a chance that he's in this building right now. Tent. There's a tent. Hey, we mean you no harm.
We just want to be friends. In here?
Oh, it's a homemade toilet.
Why would there be a homemade toilet?
Because they're living around here.
Deep in an abandoned trail.
This might be where they come up to the trails to like rob people.
Near the abandoned mining valley, Mo noticed a pale-faced man sprint across his view. Not long after, they came upon a torn-down tent and a makeshift toilet, signs that someone had been staying out there. The sense of being watched stayed with every step. But things intensified once they left the trail behind.
Oh, there's a little shack in the middle of the forest near the water.
So I don't know how we're gonna get down.
Really?
Because it's a mountain drop and there's a
shit.
fence, so we gotta find a way. So we could probably go from here because there's a way out of the fence.
Oh, sweet, okay.
Yeah. Dude, we're literally climbing down a mountain right now, an entire mountain.
So we decided we're gonna risk our life to give you guys some more content. By the time we make it down the mountain and down to the river, which we don't know if that's even a guarantee, it's gonna be dark.
It's gonna be quite a while.
Like, I don't mind the darkness, but when it gets dark, the animals come out.
Yeah.
And also the feral people.
You know the worst part is you can tumble down the mountain and this is all barbed wire that you're touching.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm losing my balance. Well, we're almost there.
You hold on to trees. Woo. I'm making it look too easy for you guys.
Let me show you the angle that this is. This is like an 80-degree angle. Holy shit, this is a 90-degree angle at this point. Careful, careful. Oh my god, he almost died. Please be careful, hold on.
Whoa.
All there is train tracks. And more mountain to scale down. Okay, as you guys can see, we are almost down by the river. Whoa! Whoa! Aldo! Wait, where'd he go? Aldo! Yo, he disappeared. Aldo! Wait, actually? Aldo! Oh, hey! Oh my god, oh my god. Yo! Yo, hey. You okay? Yo, hey! Hey. Yo, Aldo, wake up! Yo, hey! Aldo, wake up! Hey, are you okay? What happened? Get up. Did you hit your head? Did you fall? Do you remember what happened? Bro, seriously, are you playing a joke on me or what? Like, are you okay? Why do you keep looking up that way? What happened? Did you slip and fall?
No, something was following us.
Something was following us.
Yeah. I heard something. I heard something. So I turned around, and then everything went black. I saw someone. Yes, I think someone hit me.
Does your head hurt? Does your legs hurt?
My head hurts.
Your head hurts?
Right here. Come through there. There's like a bump. You feel it? Am I bleeding?
No, you're not bleeding. You're good.
As they made their way down toward the river to reach a small shack, the slope turned dangerous. Then Mo turned and saw Aldo was gone. He found him seconds later on the ground, shaken, unable to remember what struck him. The forest felt like it was closing in. Climbing back up led them straight into something worse.
I'm just happy that we got up here before it got dark. Yeah. Because we still have 1,000 steps to climb, right? Man, worth it though. Worth it. Go, 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 go. Run, 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 run. Go. What's that? That's someone there. There was someone there. There was someone there.
I think they're trying to keep us out of their territory.
There was clicking. There was actual clicking. What if it's following us, dude? Wait, what's that in the window? What's that in the window? There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face.
Oh.
What the f***
Dude, let's go, let's go.
What? Dude, I can't run no more. I can't run no more. What is that? A head? Is that a person?
Someone watching us?
Dude, there's something orange over there. Look at that. It looks like a face. Alright, so we're officially lost somehow. Yeah. No clue where the hell we are. But we're trying to make our way out. We are literally lost in the Appalachian forest. Let me show you guys how dark it is without night vision. Right now you can kind of see the skyline. There was something chasing after us, and we went like a different trail, and we just kept going and going and going, and we have no idea where we are now. So I'm hoping we're gonna find some safety somewhere.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh!
What?
Yo, shelter. Yes. God, yes, we're so exhausted, guys. Bro, this must have been something that was part of the mine shaft.
I think this is literally the best spot. Oh, let's just chill here, relax, refresh, and as soon as the sun comes out, we'll be out of here.
Somebody's walking. Hello?
Yeah, somebody was just walking.
Oh my god, what is that? What is that? What is that? What on earth is that?
It's completely red.
It's moving, look, it keeps going. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It looks like the moon, but it's not, right?
Yeah, it's really good. There's definitely not so much.
I'm so scared to be here right now. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it.
It's currently 3:13 a.m.
Dude, we have to make a decision. I don't know if I want to stay here.
Because I keep hearing like howling and stuff.
We're hearing howling and some rustling in the bushes.
We're going on another trail now. Yeah, I missed it. We heard something frightening. That sounded something terrifying. It was like screaming.
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera is picking up on the noises because it's so loud out here.
Let's just keep going, dude. Yo, what was that?
Bro,
what is that?
There's something there. There's something there.
What did you see?
Bro, there's something down there.
What did you see? Huh?
Bro, there's a feral person.
You caught something on camera?
Yeah. There's something down there, bro.
You got something. Wait, step away. Where is it? Oh, there's someone there. There was a guy there.
Yeah, you see that?
What the hell?
Yo, someone's stalking us. There's a dude there.
That was that tree that you saw him, right?
Yeah.
I just walked past that tree. Someone just fired a gun.
Really?
Yeah. I just turned off the camera too. I fucking hate myself for that. I think my flashlight is dying out. Or this camera. Oh my god, I hear clicking. Oh! There's someone down there. Dude, I actually saw him? Let's go. Let's get to go fucking back to the cave it is. Back to the cave. Oh! We're being shot at. We're being shot at. Oh!
A clicking noise sounded above them. When Mo raised his light toward a small cabin, he stopped cold. An orange-tinted face was in the window, silently staring. Fear sent them running down the mountain, but the night was far from finished. While taking shelter inside a concrete bunker, footsteps moved outside. A red light drifted between the trees. Hours later, Mo spotted a figure hiding behind a trunk, followed by a sudden explosive crack that startled them both. By sunrise, they were exhausted and ready to leave. Comments reflected their fear. warnings about whistles, strange lights, and people who disappear into the mountains long before anyone notices. If this was everything they saw, what was still out there just beyond the reach of their lights? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.
And I see this deer over here. Oh, I thought it was fake.
Pegang, pegang. Oh, we got scared. Oh my god.
You didn't put this here, Ty? No.
On December 13th, 2025, Sophie from the YouTube channel Outdoor Girl, Sophie set out on a solo camping trip in a forest near a lake in Denmark, close to the area where she grew up. Her channel centers on quiet solo camping and genuine outdoor moments. But with rain moving in, wind building, and darkness arriving early, the familiar surroundings slowly took on an uneasy tone. As Sophie hiked toward her campsite, the soaked ground, cold air, and fading light made the forest feel heavier than normal. Even though the area was well known to her, the silence and shortened daylight created a growing sense of isolation. Nothing had gone wrong yet, but the environment already felt uninviting.
So I'm walking towards the campsite and I see this deer over here. Oh, I thought it was fake, but now it moved. What should I do? Should I go there? Is he gonna be angry? I'm a little bit afraid. Now he's just enjoying himself. I'm gonna try and go a little bit closer. So now it's lying down right behind this table. Maybe this is his spot or hers. So I guess I should find another place. I was planning to stay at this shelter here. It has a nice fire pit. So I'm actually really unsure what to do, because now I'm worried if it's sick. It's just lying so still. I'm wondering if I need to call animal control in Denmark, but maybe it's normal. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try and call someone. I don't want it to be lying there in pain. Ikke når jeg nærmer mig altså tæt på den, eller siger høje lyde. Yes, tak. Lady told me to go close to it and check if I could see any wounds or diarrhea around it. But I was a little bit afraid to go too close and I couldn't see anything. She thinks that it might be because they're in mating season now, but she also asked me to send some pictures and videos, and then she would get back to me about what to do. But I'm also a little bit afraid to go close to it. If it's a male in mating season, they can be a bit dangerous. Now I've sent the pictures and a video to Animal Protection. Let's see what they find out. Luckily I have my tent, and then I'm gonna put it up over here.
At the lakeside shelter, she noticed what she initially thought was a carved wooden figure. A closer look revealed it was a deer standing completely still. Instead of running off, the animal remained in place and later lay down near the picnic table. As time passed and the deer didn't move, concern replaced curiosity. Unsure whether it was injured, Sophie contacted Animal Protection Services. She was later told the deer was likely exhausted from mating season, yet it stayed nearby as daylight continued to fade.
The lady from Animal Protection just called me back. She says that even though the deer looks okay, it's very unusual that I can go that close. So she is gonna send out a guy who's gonna have a second look and see if there's anything that needs to be done. I'm gonna keep an eye out for him. Now I really think that it's sick. It has laid its head down into the ground. Even though I'm going very close by it,
It's just laying completely still. I hope that that man is coming soon and that he's able to find me. So I just called the animal protection and they cancelled the guy who was on his way out here. Apparently they think, based on the video I sent, that it's just very tired from the mating season. It's just laying there waiting for a new partner. So now I'm gonna find another place to start a campfire. Now I need to get my fire going. I hope that I can, even with this very wet firewood that I found. So I was standing next to the tent and suddenly I saw the deer approaching me. I ran off, or I walked away, and the deer came all the way up to the tent, starting just smelling it. And now it's eating grass right next to the tent. So I went over to the second shelter and then I saw some eyes light up in the dark behind the shelter. So now I'm a little bit worried that maybe it's a female deer looking to meet up with the deer next to my tent. And yeah, so now I crawled into this shelter. I've always heard that in mating season you should not go near it. It's getting later and later in the evening. I haven't made a fire yet, so I cannot cook any dinner without a fire. Do you see the eyes of the deer? It is just standing right next to my backpack, eating grass. So I have a lighter in my pocket, but my fire starters are in my backpack. And I don't have that much success starting a fire without that support. The food is also in my backpack. Maybe he will go away soon. I don't have any luck with this campfire. I think the wood is too wet. I did manage to get my backpack now. The deer moved a few meters away from the table. So now I have all my stuff except for the tent, where the deer is still standing right next to it. I actually think that I'm gonna go home. Just as I was about to get up and leave, I called my dad and he calmed me down. Probably more afraid of me than I am of it. I have tried for almost an hour to get it going, and yeah, I think the wood is too wet. Now I'm sitting inside my tent. I am really hungry and I have to try and see what I can cook for my dinner.
After setting up her tent in near darkness, the deer returned, moving close to her backpack. Aware of the risks associated with mating season, Sophie chose not to cook outside. Wet wood made starting a fire impossible, and she briefly considered leaving, calling her father for reassurance. When the deer eventually moved away, she decided to stay.
Good morning. It has been very windy this night, and I actually see that one of the pegs have come out, so the tent is kind of collapsed. Luckily I have all my gear inside of the tent where I'm sleeping, so actually nothing happened.
The night remained quiet, but strong winds partially collapsed the tent by morning. With rain returning, Sophie packed up, left no trace, and walked back toward the trail, ending the trip safely, but unsettled. Some viewers interpreted the encounter as harmless curiosity, while others pointed out that unusually calm wildlife behavior can be unpredictable. When nature stops acting the way you expect, do you rely on explanations or the instinct that tells you to stay cautious? On December 9th, 2025, Gavin from the YouTube channel Groovy Gavin set out to examine some of the most unsettling real animatronics still operating today. His channel focuses on eerie locations and the psychology of fear, traveling across the United States and beyond to understand why certain human-like machines can provoke discomfort, even when no actual threat is present.
I'm starting in a little place you've probably never heard of called Billy Bob's Wonderland. As you can see, there's literally no one here. There's one other car that might be the owner. It is open though. Oh my gosh, here they are. There's a ton of animatronics here that all come from an old pizza place called Showbiz Pizza. When I first walked into this little arcade slash pizza place, I ran into one of the only people there, one of the workers. Do people come here usually just for this?
Oh yeah, they'll sit there all day and just push the button.
And all the buttons play a show. Back to the animatronics and how creepy I think they are. A lot of the creepiest videos I see of animatronics, it's all like really bad quality. So I think that kind of adds to the creepiness. Here. So starting off with the left of the stage, the Rolf and Earl Show. These two guys don't sing like the rest of them. They're meant to be a side stage comedy act between an alpha wolf and his ventriloquist dummy.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love said to me, I got it.
Moving over to the center of the stage is the Rockafire Explosion Band. We got Duke LaRue on the drums. His eyes are tweaked out. He's definitely the most chill out of all of them. We got Beach Bear, who has some really creepy old videos. And Mitzi Mozzarella. She kept winking at me. Next, we got the monkey. That's Geronimo on the keyboard. But the main mascot and star of the show is Billy Bob himself, who is just over on the right. He actually just looked at me. We got Billy Bob, who I know a lot of people say online is one of the most terrifying animatronics that still exists today. He also has this friend Looney Bird, who I do think is a lot more creepy, and I even found some videos of him being made. They all play different shows. I can't play any of the audio, unfortunately, because it will copyright me, but it changes from time to time, and it definitely makes the whole thing a bit more uncanny. I think the biggest reason they're creepy to me is their eyes. That's the first thing I look at people. It really does feel like they're looking at you. So I'll group all of these together and give them an uncanny rating of 7.5.
Gavin begins at Billy Bob's Wonderland, where animatronics from the Showbiz Pizza era have been preserved. Originally designed for lively stage performances, these figures have changed over time through wear and modification. Their faces, especially the eyes, no longer display clear expressions, shifting the mood from playful nostalgia to something quietly disturbing as the visit continues.
We're in San Francisco. We traveled very far here for one thing and one thing only, and this animatronic is called Laughing Sal. People seem to say this is one of the most creepy or uncanny ones, so Musée Mécanique. Here it is. Dude, it's so loud, bro. Why did they make this? If I was a kid, I would 100% have nightmares about this. It's the sound that makes it so bad. It actually sounds scary. The purpose of this was to stand outside of rides or attractions and just non-stop laugh. It was to get people's attention. It became standard practice for any carnival or fair to have one of these. I think what makes this one so weird is the movements are so unnatural, and then the laughing, whoever recorded that, it just sounds terrifying. I'm gonna have to give this one an uncanny rating of 6. I just don't think it was that creepy to me. But what was cool about the place that had Laughing Sal is they had a ton of other animatronics. This one's kind of creepier. I'm not gonna lie, this one's so much more uncanny to me. Look at the eyes, bro.
Bro, imagine all of them laughing at the same time in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh, that would be awful.
The investigation then moves to Laughing Sal at San Francisco's Musée Mécanique. Built to attract attention through exaggerated laughter and non-stop motion, the animatronic relies on repetition rather than performance. Years of mechanical aging have altered its timing, turning what was meant to amuse into something that feels intrusive and uncomfortable.
We're here with the animatronics. They are creepy, but it's kind of familiar, man. It's kind of comfy. I feel like a little kid again. But what's crazy about these that I mentioned earlier is all of these were converted from the ones at Showbiz Pizza to these ones now here at Chuck E. Cheese. First we got Helen Henny. She was the creepiest. Her eyes are terrifying. And then we got Mr. Munch. This is the man on the keyboard. He kept clocking me, like just staring at me. But I believe this is what the gorilla was turned into. Then we got Jasper T. Jowls, probably the same as Beach Bear, I believe. Pascally P. Pieplate. This is the drummer. This is probably what the dog got turned into from Showbiz Pizza. And then finally, we got the main man, Chucky himself, which obviously, like I mentioned earlier, this is what Rolf turned into. Definitely when you get closer to them, they're all a little bit creepier. I don't know if they were glitching out, but when the curtains lowered when they weren't playing music,
they like keep moving after. It's kind of creepy. Oh shit!
Oh,
That's
what
kind of
the-
scared me.
Oh my gosh.
We see you. Is he still moving? Yeah. Why is he still moving? Like down.
And that was the final animatronic that I visited. And I did feel the most uncanny at this one.
At a Chuck E. Cheese location that still uses animatronics, Gavin captures an unexpected moment once the show ends. After the curtains close, the figures continue to move without any coordinated routine. While this behavior is explained as a normal mechanical state, the unscripted motion after the performance becomes the most unsettling part of the entire exploration. Even without any real danger, unclear eye direction and movement outside expected moments can trigger deep psychological unease. When machines are designed to imitate life, where does harmless design end and discomfort begin? On November 20th, 2025, the YouTube channel The Adventurer, known for documenting real camping and survival experiences, captured a night in a remote forest locals describe as Anchor. A small group set up camp near a river, expecting a calm overnight stay. As darkness settled in, the forest atmosphere slowly began to feel unfamiliar and unsettling.
Ini sih kita nanti kena api pula kan. Capek ya, masih baru lagi waktunya, masih lama lagi ya. Gas kan. Kayak mau hujan nih. Iya, takutnya malam hujan nih Pak Ben. Iya. Tapi Pak Ben, waktu kami camping sini dulu Pak Ben, ini kan pernah nih bekas kami kemana nih? Iya. Memang angker juga tempat ini Pak lah. Bukan kayak lagi, rasaku iya nih Pak Ben. Iya. Awalnya lain Pak Ben. Auranya beda sama tempat lain. Iya. Dan sekarang kita akan mendirikan tenda. Ini ya kita taruh. Iya, pinggir sungai ini ya. Iya. Oke. Ini udah terbuka ya? Iya.
After establishing their campsite beside the river, the group gathered near the campfire. Conversation turned to local warnings about how this forest differed from other camping areas. Nothing appeared visibly wrong, but recalling those stories shifted the mood, leaving everyone more alert as the night grew darker. The camp followed its usual routine, though attention stayed fixed on the shadows beyond the firelight.
Apa itu? Wih, oh burung malam. Sahabat di Adventure, katanya di sini kita dapat informasi tadi. Katanya daerah ini agak rawan, kita harus hati-hati. Pak Ben udah menghilang dia. Itu dia. Oh itu, Pak Ben. Hati-hati Bang Ben. Apa tuh dah? Woi. Oh, Pak Ben. Pak Ben. Alah Pak Ben nih. Jadi apa tadi Pak Ben? Manja-manja. Tengok kayu. Oh, kayu kering. Kirain apa pula tadi Pak Ben? Kayak ada yang nongol gitu kan? Iya. Oh, ada suara tadi. Aku dengar juga suara tadi. Dari sini depan Jo. Ada yang aneh ya. Barang kita ada yang hilang tiba-tiba. Ini bahaya nih Pak Ben. Iya. Jadi sini Mas. Iya. Mana? Di mana Pak Ben taruh ini Pak Ben? Oh, ini dia ada. Oh itu. Alhamdulillah. Pokoknya ada hal-hal yang aneh di sini ya. Lanjut masak.
Jadi suasana di hutan ini sangat luar biasa ya, nyaman ya kan.
Belakang Pak Ben tengok, itu belakang Pak Ben tuh. Tuh dia tuh.
Ada bayangan Mas ya. Ada bayangan tuh, ada bayangan tuh.
Itu Pak Ben, tuh. Apa tuh Pak Ben? Besar, panjang, tinggi.
Iya. Wis, Memang sia-sia dia masak Manjul ya. Patil Manjul ya.
As the night progressed, a series of strange moments unfolded. Unusual bird calls echoed through the trees. A tool briefly went missing before reappearing, and a tall, dark shape moved behind the campsite. Later, distant howling drifted through the forest. Each event seemed minor by itself, but together they slowly built tension as the group continued cooking and eating. By the time the fire was rebuilt and coffee prepared, the forest no longer felt calm.
Nikmat sekali kopi malam ini kan. Cuman kita nggak boleh terlalu apa namanya euforia. Iya. Karena kan tadi kan ada juga pemberitahuan dari warga. Ya pas kita ke sini tadi. Pak Ben. Apa ya?
Apa? Dari sini Pak Ben. Pak Ben gempa Pak Ben. Oh enggak, apa? Astagfirullahaladzim. Allah.
Jangan ganggu kami. Allah.
Pegang Pak Ben, pegang Pak Ben.
Astagfirullahaladzim. La haula wala quwata illa billah.
Enggak usah terlalu takut kali ya. Kita banyak berdoa aja Manjul ya. Iya. Suara apa itu? Kita keluar dulu, Pak.
Tidur aja langsung.
Kalau keluar
lewat bi. Ya tidur aja Pak Ben. Ya.
Tidur kita lagi. Yuk.
Udah nongol lah. Apa dia? Astagfirullahaladzim. Ya Allah.
Nampak aku Mas.
Itu dia Pak Ben.
Tidur lagi Mas.
Ayo. Astagfirullahaladzim. Tidur pinjam mata. Ya. Baca doa apa Ben?
Just after midnight, the situation escalated without warning. Several objects were suddenly lifted and thrown away from the campsite, triggering immediate confusion. Frightened, the group retreated into the tent, but moments later the tent began shaking violently. Overwhelmed with fear, they chose to stay inside, quietly praying and closing their eyes to endure the night. Shortly after, one person cried out after seeing what appeared to be a human-shaped shadow standing outside the tent, before everything fell silent again. In isolated places, repeated disturbances can turn uncertainty into fear, even without clear explanations. In locations like this, does fear come from the forest itself, or from the mind trying to make sense of it? In another high-risk outing, 2 car campers set their sights on a location recently linked to multiple bear attacks. Aware of the danger, they chose to go anyway, determined to push themselves by camping in one of the most threatening areas in the region. The site was located roughly 50 to 60 kilometers from where they began, offering wide mountain views, scattered villages below, and distant city lights glowing on the horizon. As soon as they arrived, they focused on collecting firewood, following the warning of a passerby who emphasized that a constant fire was critical for staying safe. Night fell fast. Instead of setting up their tent, they kept their attention on feeding the fire, fully aware of what might be moving beyond the light. Unidentified animal sounds echoed nearby, heightening their tension. With nerves already on edge, they ate a quick meal of instant noodles, reacting to every rustle and low growl cutting through the darkness. Rest inside the tent quickly felt impossible. Believing the vehicle offered more protection, they packed up without hesitation and left the campsite entirely. Skipping their usual morning routine, they drove away from the bear active zone, relieved to be leaving, but shaken by the experience. Camping in an area known for recent bear encounters may have tested their courage, but it came at the cost of any real sense of calm. The constant noises suggested predators were close, though whether bears or other animals remained unclear. Would you have stayed through the night to prove your resolve, or made the same choice to leave before the situation could turn worse? In a bold solo outing, an experienced camper headed into the North Yorkshire moors for a stealth wild camp, carrying only a hooped bivy bag for shelter. Without his usual companion, his dog Lily, the open landscape felt more exposed than usual, even as moments of natural beauty briefly rekindled a childlike sense of wonder.
Sorry guys.
As evening closed in, trouble surfaced. He misplaced his phone, triggering a frantic search that ended when the battery finally died. With no way to depend on it, he was forced to pitch his bivvy in the fading light, cold fingers struggling with gear he wasn't fully accustomed to using. Once night fell, the forest's tone shifted. What had felt calm became unsettling as unfamiliar sounds carried through the trees, magnifying his unease. Lying inside the minimal shelter, he reflected on the mental strain of camping alone. He admitted that part of his resolve to stay came from practicality. Avoiding a long, exhausting drive home after a full day outdoors. Despite his experience, the darkness weighed heavily, feeding doubt and fear. Yet within that discomfort, he found an unexpected thrill, a confirmation of his own resilience, and a reminder of the raw beauty that exists far from modern convenience. The experience shows how isolation in nature can challenge the mind as much as the body. Fear, uncertainty, and small setbacks, like losing a phone, can quickly intensify the psychological pressure of solo travel. Would you have endured the night alone, or ended the trip early to escape the weight of being truly isolated? Katie Kate's homestead is a channel usually associated with calm, everyday moments of rural living, tending gardens, caring for animals, and embracing a quiet life close to nature. Katie, the homesteader behind the camera, typically shares simple routines from her property. But in this instance, one of her most routine tools, a trail camera, recorded something that unsettled both her and her audience. Katie had originally set up several trail cams to keep watch over her chicken coop and orchard at night, mainly to monitor predators.
Was a stranger on the back of my property. But what I captured recently is much more eerie and inexplicable. I have been scratching my head over this since I captured it. So I thought I would let you guys take a stab. You tell me, what the heck is this? I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Let me know what you think. This video has a product placement. I am using Guard Pro trail cams, link in the description box, coupon code right here. Hey guys, it's Katie Kate on the homestead. You guys know that I love my trail cam. I love being able to see what's happening on my property day and night. I love it so much that I actually have two now. I started out with this Guard Pro X60 Pro Max camera, and I have positioned it in several places around the property since I set it up. It has been doing a great job of tracking the wildlife by day and by night. It also captured my neighbor on the back of my property, which initially freaked me out, but now I'm getting used to seeing him back there. He's happy that I have eyes on the perimeter of our properties. The tree line spot I had it installed in eventually grew up with weeds, and I moved it to the back of the property, but I really found all I was getting were pictures of weeds. So now it is over here, kind of facing my apple orchard, and I'm getting some more great footage of animals crossing, especially at night.
Most of the footage showed nothing unusual. Deer passing through, raccoons near the coop, or the occasional neighbor wandering by. Recently, however, one camera captured something far harder to explain. She repositioned a camera to face the chicken coop, hoping to catch whatever might be moving around after dark.
So what this captured is baffling me a little bit. I'm going to show you a video of the setup of the camera before sunset. Then I'm going to show you what I captured. We're going to go back and forth between the images. I'm going to zoom in, zoom back out. We're going to look at it a few times, and I honestly want you to tell me what the heck you think this is. Okay, so here is the setup of the camera at dusk. Please notice the top left-hand corner of the video where there is nothing at all. In the middle of the night, something triggered the camera, and I have nothing on it except this image in that left corner. Let me zoom in and show you, because there was nothing there before. So let's go back to the setup and take a look at the original footage. It also appears to be moving a little bit in the video. Can you explain what this is? My best guess is that it is some kind of a reflection if something set the infrared light off, but what is it reflecting off of? Let's look at the original again. There is absolutely nothing, no structure in close proximity to this cage that would cause a reflection. What the heck do you think this is? I'm not super freaked out or anything, but I'm genuinely curious what this could possibly be.
Instead of wildlife, the footage showed a faint glowing shape near the upper corner of the frame. What made it unsettling was that earlier that same day, during setup, the area had been completely clear. There were no branches, structures, or reflective objects in that location, nothing that should have produced a glow. The shape appeared to shift slightly, almost giving the impression of depth, before slowly fading away. Katie stayed composed, but admitted she was confused. She considered common explanations: dust in the air, light interference, or animal fur reflecting the infrared, but none seemed to fit. The lack of anything reflective in that spot only made the footage harder to dismiss. After sharing the clip, viewers began offering their own interpretations. Some suggested a presence connected to the land. Others argued it was a camera glitch, or possibly something obscured to the naked eye but visible under infrared light. The footage provides no definitive answer. While technical causes can't be ruled out, the movement and the absence of environmental explanations leave room for doubt. Was the camera simply catching a trick of light, or did it record something not so easily explained? The final story tonight comes from Walk with Wallace, a UK-based channel centered on solo hiking, wild camping, and Bothy stays across the Scottish Highlands. Wallace often blends scenic exploration with quiet personal reflection, frequently visiting locations tied to old folklore. On March 17, 2025, he set out to spend his first ever solo night inside Glendiorid Bothy, a remote shelter rumored to be haunted by James of the Glen, a man believed to have been wrongly executed centuries ago.
In the section below, loving this big chair, by the way. It's like a throne. Big homemade thing, but it's solid. Yes. King of the Bothy for the night. Some curry noodles for starters, and I've got my usual mac cheese in there for dinner. I have somehow managed to knacker the stove door. The hinges come out, and obviously I can't hold that for too long without burning my hand. It's stuck, so I don't know if Right, that's a start. I've got the door back on, the little window plates came out, but that just slides on, so that's fine. I'll let this cool down first before I even attempt to put that back on. So later tonight it'll be decisions, where am I going to sleep? First option is up the other end of the Bothy. We've got a sleeping platform, which will sleep 1, 2, 3, 4 at a push. 1 down either side and 2 at the back. I might take that cot there and sleep on that. The other option is, at 5'10", I fit neatly in that seat, but there's a slight slant in it. But yeah, this is the Bothy. 1 large room. There you go. Yeah, it's going to be a long night, folks. It is 7 o'clock so far, and I'm actually feeling a little bit lonely. It's weird being sort of tucked away in a little Bothy in the Highlands on your jack. Haven't got wee Kev sitting opposite me, just talking shite with him. I don't know if this is for me, to be honest. And it's eerily quiet. Sounds quite windy and stormy outside, but it's calm at the moment. It's like nothing. And then you're hearing creaks and knocking noises as well, and I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. My imagination is going to run wild. But I managed to pick up some extra bits of firewood. There was 3 short planks here. Got them sawn up, so that'll buy me a bit more wood. It's a hungry little stove, but it's giving out alright heat. It'd be better if they partitioned the Bothy a bit. Listen to me, eh? Full of complaints. That there, folks, is my dwindling supply of wood. It's 8:15. Got 1 split log left. I mean, that's just as good as kindling, isn't it? 3 bits of this wood here. And somebody left this as well, so.
After arriving, Wallace settled in, cooked a modest meal, and gathered firewood for the night. As he considered where to sleep, he reflected on the strange weight of total isolation. The Bothy felt heavy with silence, broken only by the crackle of the fire, the creak of old timbers, and the wind pressing against the walls. Later, once the fire burned low, he climbed into bed.
It's 9:15, folks, and as you can see, I'm in my bed. I'm going to let the fire peter out and we try and get some sleep. So, good night. If I can find the off button. There we go. Oh shit, it's dark. Hiya, pals. Night, pals. During the night, I had a bit of a spooky experience. I woke up with what felt like a hand on my shoulder. I initially thought it would be the dog or one of the cats. Then I got a stark reminder I was actually in a Bothy alone. I then thought it maybe be a mouse or a rat, so I flicked my shoulder to get it off. The weight lifted, but then nothing happened. No squeak or no noise of it landing on the floor.
Sometime during the night, he was jolted awake by a clear sensation, a hand pressing firmly against his shoulder. His first instinct was to explain it away, possibly an animal, but there was no sound afterward, no movement, no rustling, nothing. The realization set in that he was completely alone. Although nothing else occurred, the experience lingered.
After nearly 15 years, I have finally managed to do my first ever solo Bothy night. And would I do it again? Probably not. I don't think I'd go out my way to do a solo Bothy night. And the reason being is I've always used Bothies as like a social thing, like you go with friends and have a chat, a couple of drams around the fire. Last night I just felt a little bit lonely, just wasn't quite for me. And then during the night I felt that hand on my shoulder. My initial thoughts was it was a mouse. Flicked my shoulder, waiting for the thud of a mouse or a rat or something. And absolutely nothing, not even a squeak. So yeah, that freaked me out a little bit. Probably my imagination, but when I arrived at the Bothy last night, there was a couple there just leaving. They were just day tripping with their dog, and she was telling me that James of the Glen haunts the Bothy. So I don't know, it's all these folklore, isn't it? Do you know what? It's probably just my imagination, but these things do sort of freak you out a little bit.
By morning, Wallace admitted the night had left him unsettled, and he had little desire to repeat a solo Bothy stay anytime soon. Adding to the discomfort was a warning he'd heard earlier from a couple leaving the shelter, who mentioned its reputation for being haunted. He tried to rationalize what happened, but even he couldn't fully dismiss it. Moments like these are easy to blame on exhaustion, isolation, or the mind filling in gaps. Yet the physical sensation of being touched, inside a place steeped in tragic history, raises uncomfortable questions. Would you spend the night alone in a shelter known for its dark reputation, or leave that kind of experience to someone else entirely? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.
Oh! There's another one. Oh! No way! No way!
So I'm thinking somewhere right in here.
¿Te lo escucharon?
¿Qué fue?
¿Te lo pudiste captar?
Allá.
Un grito.
¿Escuchan?
Sí. A ver, me voy a poner al lado.
¿Sí ven cómo detecta?
On June 17th, 2024, deep in the rugged flagstone country, once known as the world's capital for the stone, Rick from the YouTube channel Murphy's Diesel set out on another off-road recovery. His channel focuses on real rescues in places where GPS becomes useless and a single mistake can cost thousands. But on this run, the job he expected to charge for would unfold into something far less predictable and far more telling.
We got ourselves a recovery this morning, and it's a Ram 1500, and it's in some boulders, off-road.
Hello?
Yeah, is this Will?
Yeah.
Hey Will, this is Rick with Murphy's Towing. We're headed out to get you. Are you still stuck?
Yeah, man, I'm still here, brother. I tried kind of digging myself out a little bit and kind of put some branches around me too a little bit, and I'm still kind of stranded.
Okay, all right, we'll stand by. We're headed that way. It looks like he's right up on this ridge right here. So I'm pretty sure we're on the right track. You could see where his pickup was really having a tough time right here. Alright, well, we're at the top of the mountain. We didn't see him anywhere. We don't have any cell signal, so we're gonna walk down off of this rim right here.
Rick started the day with a straightforward objective: retrieve a Ram 1500 stuck between enormous flagstone formations. He brought Hellboy, the rig designed for terrain exactly like this, and confirmed the stranded driver's location before rolling out. But the approach into the hills quickly made it clear this wasn't going to be a routine winch and go. As he climbed along the rocky ridge, the shape of the Ram finally appeared, far from any trail, wedged between tightening walls of stone. The terrain was harsher and narrower than expected, the kind of place where even walking demands caution. Yet the biggest challenge still waited ahead.
Hey, we're up above you. You're not on a road, are you? Okay. Can you honk your horn? Can you hear us? Okay. Can you honk your horn? He's down there a ways. So I'm thinking somewhere right in here. All that's left from the last guy. So I've found his tracks. Look at over on the other side of us. The ground's all tore up, so we're getting close.
With no signal and no clear route, Rick called the driver again and told him to honk. A faint blast echoed through the rock, leading him to a spot beneath a massive slab where the truck had traveled cross-country. With every step, it became clear how quickly one wrong line can become an expensive emergency, or something worse.
Well, we found him. We found him, folks, so stand by for a little recovery action. Yeah. take him out that way right there, and then we'll get him going downhill. Alright, so right here we're going to get some uplift to get it off of this rock, and then we're going to run snatch block off the rear to get some side pull. So I'm using a McKissick snatch block, way overkill. So here's what we got going on. Back line is going to give us lift, this is going to give us side pull. So we lift off the rock, come sideways, get it up like right here. Okay, turn your wheels to the right. Put it in neutral and hold the brakes.
If he turns this way or that way.
Hold on, Craig.
Come back to the right a little bit.
How's that?
God, it's pushing that freaking rock out.
Huh?
It's pushing that big rock out.
Alright, that's good. Cut off a little, Craig. Alright, hold it.
He's sliding off this rock.
Huh?
He's just sliding backwards.
Got it up here, somewhat level ground, stable now. I'm gonna pull forward, got my winches free spooled, and then we'll set it up here on top. Sound like a good plan? Turn your rear steer that way. Need to back up a little? Huh?
That's good.
Right there.
When Rick reached the ram, the scale of the trouble was obvious. He set up a dual winch system, one line lifting, the other pulling sideways, because the truck wouldn't budge. The strain was so intense, it caused the stone itself to shift as Hellboy pulled. Once the ram finally made it onto flatter ground, the job still wasn't finished.
You know how they say you can wash dishes to pay your tab?
What you gonna ask me to do?
This guy's gonna film to pay his bill, folks.
That's cool with me. This man's a hero, guys. This man's a hero. Murphy's diesel, Murphy's tow.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and wrap it up. We might need it. We might need it again. Pull forward a little? Nah. We'll get Hellboy over here. We'll just stay hooked up. All right, so truck stuck again. Just as I thought, we were gonna struggle getting it out.
Then came the surprise. Instead of passing the driver a bill, Rick handed him a camera. Will filmed the final recovery as Hellboy pulled the ram back through the trees and guided it all the way out. By the end, the truck was free, the account was settled, and Will's gratitude was unmistakable. Many viewers noted how dangerous this terrain is, and how pricey a recovery like this can become. Comments questioned why anyone would take a 2WD truck into an area like that, suggesting the situation must have escalated faster than the driver admitted. Some even wondered what pushed him so deep into those rocks to begin with. Was it simply a bad decision, or something that drove him out there with more urgency than he let on? Either way, the question lingers. On September 9th, 2025, deep in the isolated mountains near Harrison Hot Springs in British Columbia, a region many consider the Sasquatch capital of Canada, Angelo and his friend Lomar began another search for the unexplained. Their channel, Exploring with Angelo, focuses on remote camping, wilderness investigations, and chasing strange reports in places most people would never venture. But this time, the quiet of the forest felt unusually aware of them.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new adventure. We are back out here in Harrison Hot Springs. Here we're actually in the Sasquatch capital of Canada. The most sightings. Hopefully we today capture Bigfoot on camera. That is my ultimate goal. I want to see him either crossing a road or something. Over the past year and a half, we've come out twice, once in October, once in July. Now we're out here again in August. There's so many stories of Sasquatch or Bigfoot being out in this particular area.
After arriving in Harrison Hot Springs, Angelo laid out their mission. This part of British Columbia had earned its reputation as the Sasquatch capital, and their objective was straightforward: capture evidence of Bigfoot. The forest around them seemed unnaturally still, almost as if listening. Even before heading deeper into the backcountry, the sense of being watched was already there, and the woods responded sooner than expected.
Now the other thing too is let's just hope we don't get a flat tire, because we got this wheel bearing replaced yesterday. They checked out the tire, which kept going flat because of the heat from the wheel bearing. We went to a gas station to pick up ice for our cooler, and the thing was literally on 10 PSI basically. All right, we are approaching the Visitor Center and Sasquatch Museum. Almost there. That's what I'm looking for. So basically here, what we're gonna do is drive all of this. And if we have time, maybe tomorrow we'll go into this area, since there's been a lot of sightings over there as well. So there you go. It's got lots of these are the actual reportings of what they've seen. So this is Hicks Lake. Mr. Claire Brevon reported to Thomas Steenberg that his camper was visited and shaken by a Sasquatch, which woke him up. It also tried to pull on the door handle. He viewed the creature leave his camp and walk forward to the lakeshore. Some of these date back to 1939. This one's about a prospector who spotted 4 dark, hair-covered creatures in a valley off the headwaters of Silver River. The creatures appeared to be playing or wrestling. Wow. Youth camp director sees a Sasquatch while he was sitting by a campfire. Other witnesses with the group reported seeing the creature as well. So the adventure begins into Sasquatch Provincial Park. There it is! Sasquatch! Sasquatch! Yeah! Come on, me! Well, we do gotta get up the hill, right? Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and find Bigfoot from the sky right now. We're using both our drones. Here in a moment.
Dude, the views. It's crazy up here.
There is the beautiful smoggy lake right now. Holy, that looks so intense. Wow. It's beautiful.
This hill is massive.
Let's see.
We were a lot higher to get some drones.
Zoom going here.
That'll be something.
So there is a spot down in that direction. That was where me and Kimberly last year we're basically camping out. We had a nice little campfire going, just chilling. I think we made some food and stuff. But off camera, all of a sudden we heard something. Like the weirdest kind of, I don't even know, like sort of like a howl, but kind of like a whoop whoop at the same time. Off in the bush, so.
I mean, Bigfoot is known to mimic for what people say, so.
Yeah. Imagine he just like comes into the bush right here while we're both just like staring at our screens.
What do you want?
Looking for me? They're hunting us as we're hunting them.
Right.
Before leaving town, their first setback appeared. A tire had dropped back down to 10 psi, the same issue they believed resolved earlier. At the nearby Sasquatch Museum, they read an account of a camper whose vehicle had been shaken violently and its door nearly pushed open at night. The timing felt uncanny, almost like a reminder of what they were pursuing. Still, they pushed farther into the mountains. Driving into Sasquatch Provincial Park, the road tightened into shadowy corridors swallowed by dense forest. They launched the drone hoping for a view from above, only to see the lake below choked with wildfire smoke. Angelo remembered hearing a strange whooping sound here the previous year, one he never managed to identify. Returning now, the air felt heavier, almost as if something recognized him. And deeper inside, the signs grew more unsettling.
Hello. You guys see a Bigfoot? Nope. No? Okay. Nope. Oh my gosh. Okay. Something here. There was a tree that had a marker on it, and something snapped it. Right?
It's kind of like, it's like...
Yeah. Timber. Like, how the hell did that happen? But the real reason we stopped was because we were starting to pick up an odor as we were driving through this way. And it smelled really bad. So we're kind of just like pausing for a second and just see maybe if we see something. There's like a big clearing and opening up here too. Wow, we just found a absolutely gorgeous location right on the lake. So this is kind of more like an actual campsite. Like there are people with like their trailers and RVs and stuff. There are several sightings like along this way, reported sightings of Bigfoot. So you never know, we could be in the water and all of a sudden just Bigfoot comes out of the freaking trees. Oh, we've continued on further down the road. Curious to like what's ahead of the beach campsite area. All right guys, so we kind of found a spot where we think we might actually camp out tonight. Pretty freaking amazing. All right guys, so we've been just kind of chilling for a little bit. One last time, and even if we don't catch anything, at least we have a beautiful view. That is for damn sure. I also just noticed something on the ground here. Ugh. There's a bullet casing. Looks like an AK bullet, I think. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not seeing anything, not even a bear. Nothing. Well, that's pretty much it, I guess. Not gonna see anything from the sky.
Far from any main path, they discovered their first clue. A tree snapped clean in half, broken in a way that didn't match the storm damage or natural decay. Then a sharp, foul odor drifted through the air, strong enough that both men froze. It lingered long enough to make one thing certain. Whatever had been there wasn't far. As they continued, the uneasy patterns kept stacking. Fresh campsite, another low tire, and spent shell casings scattered on the ridge. But none of it compared to what happened after dark.
Alrighty, burgers, round 2. One for me, one for Lomar. Okay, did you just hear that, like, noise again? Right? Like, we keep hearing, like, random... I don't know what that was, but okay. Excellent. These burgers are actually good. I bet I'm gonna go and see if there's, like, something on the road that's making those noises.
It's happening again!
What the hell is that? It literally came from up there.
The road goes up there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Let's see if we hear it again. That is not Gerbert, bro. Whatever that is not
That
Gerbert.
is not a Gerbert, man. I hear a car, but I don't see it.
I hear it too.
Oh, it's coming down the road.
Oh, okay.
There's something.
What direction was it?
Going up.
Oh gosh. I thought I heard something going down.
Like, I'm seriously, it's like echoing.
Well, best of luck. Okay. Just try not to die. We are in bear territory, of course. But there's 100% something going on. We're hearing something. Well, let me know what's up there. If there is anything, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it sounded like, I don't know if the sound was just resonating, but it sounded like there was something in both directions, which is kind of the reason why we're being stupid right now. Hello? Woo, woo, woo. Okay, I just heard something. Okay, I legit heard something like right down there. It almost sounded like a whoop, or I guess, is that what you describe it as? It's impossible to see anything out here because it's just so dense. Oh, what the? Dude, was that a rock? Oh, there's another one. What in the hell was that? It just sounded like something moved behind me. Anyway, whatever. I figured since I'm missing a beer apparently, the last thing I remember is I had almost a full beer, entirely full beer. I don't know where it went, unless I put it down somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, maybe I should try Spear Talker. I mean, these mountains probably are haunted, so... Whoa, what the fuck was that? Dude, something just hit the fucking table.
Well, there's like some sort of bear
something really close by, bro. A lot of movement. Either that or a Sasquatch is right here.
Yo, something literally just hit the table over here. Okay, whatever. Alright. Bedtime. Holy crap. It's been a long day. It was hot today, too.
Oh! No way! Would have been one of these. Bro, it literally hit the table, man. That was absolutely messed up, dude. Could it have been this one?
I have no idea.
Oh, dude, smell this rock. Literally smell the rock. What the hell is that smell, man?
I don't know. I usually don't smell rocks.
No, but like it had a stench to it when I picked it up.
Night changed everything. 2 large rocks landed near Angelo on the trail, forcing them to retreat to camp. Later, a full beer disappeared from the table without a sound. Then, sometime after 1:30 a.m., something slammed the ground outside their tent, hard enough for them to feel the impact. Reviewing the footage, they found the moment an object was thrown at their table. When Angelo picked up the rock afterward, the same foul smell clung to it. Neither of them slept. They just listened, realizing something had been standing right outside. Viewers later pointed out well-known patterns: accurately thrown rocks, strong odors before encounters, and objects taken from camps. Some mentioned reports describing juvenile Sasquatch as curious but unpredictable. Others warned that whatever hit the ground beside their tent wasn't small. If those sounds weren't Lomar, the missing beer wasn't an accident, and the rock carried a smell that didn't belong. Then what exactly stayed near their camp long after the forest went quiet? In October 2024, Cellegrini, the creator behind a travel and exploration channel known for visiting remote locations and sites steeped in unsettling folklore, journeyed with a shaman named Unicornio Negro to an abandoned mansion hidden on an isolated island. The house had been untouched for more than 20 years, carrying a past shaped by tragedy and whispers of ritual activity. From the moment they arrived, the air felt thick, as if the place held stories waiting to rise.
Tomamos esta lancha, más o menos la manejamos por... Bueno, no la manejé yo, la manejó el señor. Sí. ¿Cuántos años más o menos tiene abandonada esta casa?
Ya tiene más de 20 años este lugar. Como a este lugar no viene nadie.
Sí, ¿no? Y aparte la naturaleza hizo lo suyo y...
Sí. En este lugar en donde vamos a entrar hay muchísimas historias. Estas historias que te voy a contar son reales. Un hombre negro, grandísimo de 3 metros, se ha visto caminando o deambulando alrededor.
Por eso estamos el día de hoy aquí, amigos. Vamos a entrar a la casa maldita de la montaña embrujada para justamente ver si los espíritus existen.
La historia de la casa embrujada de la montaña maldita comienza con una familia que decide comprar este terreno y hacer su propio hogar. Todo parecía ser un paraíso en medio de una isla solitaria, pero un día, sin previo aviso, el hombre de la casa se desvivió. La familia decidió venderla. Es que algunos años más tarde, la pareja que compró esta casa, un día la esposa amaneció colgada de una ventana del 2º piso.
Hoja de cucharo. Esta rama se utiliza dentro de la herbolaria para poder despojar las energías de las personas.
¿Escucharon eso?
¿Sí lo escucharon?
¿Qué fue?
¿Sí lo pudiste captar?
¿Allá?
Fue un grito.
Sí, fue un grito.
Un lamento, ¿no?
Sí, como de una mujer, ¿no?
Te digo que aquí hay una mujer que en las noches se puede ver y escuchar. Aquí se ha avistado muchísimas demonios. Uno de ellos ha sido el charro. Se cuenta que aquí alrededor lo han visto y aquellas personas que lo han visto no han podido ni siquiera moverse, ni gritar, ni salir corriendo. Solo lo ven y se quedan petrificados. No solamente han visto al charro, sino también han visto a una mujer. Hay que tener muchísimo cuidado porque esta misma energía puede hacer que se desmaye la persona con menos espíritu. Aquí se han desmayado.
¿Por qué te le quedas viendo a Santi?
Porque pues yo sé que él es el que trae el espíritu más bajo.
Oigan, todo eso que escuchan, no sé qué sea, no sé si sean pájaros o monos, porque en esta isla hay monos.
Sí.
¿En esta casa también se hacen rituales satánicos?
De hecho, estás adentro de un portal. Alrededor de ti están muchísimas puntos que fueron veladores.
Spirit Box,
Ese
perfecto.
es un punto. A todos los seres que habitan en este lugar, los espíritus impuros, los demonios, incluso a la Santa Muerte, el día de hoy pido se hagan presente todos estos energías, espíritu en este lugar que necesite de nuestra ayuda. Que tu nombre sea, que así se haga. Ometeo. Ometeo.
¿Empezamos?
Sí.
Ok.
A partir de ahora.
¿Hay algún espíritu que se encuentre aquí? ¿Eres maligno?
Sí, tu cabello se estaba moviendo de este lado. Aquí, ¿verdad? Se alzaba. En un momento acabamos de tener lo que fue una actividad aquí con ella y en el video se muestra cómo su pelo se le empieza a alzar hasta acá.
¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué estamos haciendo? Me siento muy observada. ¡Qué bueno! ¿Me están contestando? ¿Te molesta que estemos aquí? ¿Eres la mujer de blanco que se aparece? Se escuchan muchísimos ruidos afuera de aquí de la casa mía.
¿Eres mujer? Te vas a quedar aquí un momento. Quiero hacer una prueba. Vean, ese que yo tengo es la forma, ¿no? de la persona. Lo voy a mover para otros lados y así nos vamos a dar cuenta si hay algo aquí. Se está detectando algo en la esquina.
Se escucha como si alguien estuviera haciendo un ritual.
Como de rodillas y ahora de pie. A ver, me voy a poner al lado.
¿Sí ven cómo detecta a el unicornio?
Entonces me voy a quitar. Ustedes lo están viendo, me voy a quitar.
No mames. No inventes, sí hay algo ahí definitivamente. ¿Escuchan?
Sí. ¿Escuchaste? No hay que separarnos, por favor. Los lugares a donde luego voy, hay miles de murciélagos,
Mira, tú parece como si estuviera bailando, mira. ¡Una persona chiquita, mamón! Güey, ¿qué es? ¿Una luche?
Inside the lower level, the shaman introduced Hoja de Cucharo, explaining how it was used to clear the dense energy lingering after decades of abandonment. As they moved through the narrow rooms, a soft, strained cry drifted from deeper inside the house. A sound the shaman connected to the woman tied to the property's history. His quiet warning about the most susceptible person in the group added tension that followed them as they continued farther in, towards something stranger still. They reached the section linked to past rituals and attempted to run the spirit box, yet every session ended with the device shutting off. Switching to a motion tracking app, the screen outlined a full-size figure standing motionless in an empty corner, followed by a smaller form moving erratically, something the shaman associated with aluches or duendes. The group watched in silence as the figures flickered, and a sense of awareness seemed to gather in the room. With the atmosphere growing heavier, they headed for the upper floor, where the mansion held its most difficult encounter.
Justamente aquí, pero en la otra habitación, fue donde vimos la última vez que venimos. La mujer deambulaba en la naturaleza y se fue perdiendo entre los árboles. Aquí, ponte aquí.
Ay,
Cierra
cabrón.
tus ojos y describe las cosas.
Me siento como intranquila. Siento como si algo me estuviera agarrando las manos. Y ahora... ¡Ay! Pues siento que alguien me está tocando.
Tranquila. Descríbelo todo sin miedo. Aquí estoy yo.
Literalmente siento como si alguien me estuviera tocando.
Tal vez están tratando de contactarse a través de ti.
No, güey, paso.
¿Qué más sientes?
Está empezando a doler la boca del estómago aquí. Otra vez, que cuando normalmente me duele aquí es porque hay algo.
Está absorbiendo parte de tu energía. Hoy hemos venido a entregar parte de nuestra energía y no se los había comentado.
Siento que me están agarrando la mano izquierda.
Cuando sientes que te están agarrando la mano, ¿esta mano es grande o es pequeña?
Grande. Siento que es más grande que la mía. La siento delicada como si fuera una mujer, pero sí siento que es una mano grande.
¿Lo están viendo ustedes? ¿Están escuchando todo? Ahora vamos a preguntarle algo. ¿Necesitas ayuda?
No.
No, simplemente quiere que nos vayamos. ¿Tú eres la persona que está haciendo ruido?
No. Nos están molestando. Ay, no. Me siento las piernas mal, o sea, están congeladas. Siento como si quisiera caminar, pero no puedo. Me siento como si...
Un sentimiento encontrado.
Ajá.
Puedo sentir ese sentimiento. Este sentimiento te está causando tristeza, te está causando un vacío en tu cuerpo.
Estoy angustiadísima.
¿Te atormenta algo de tu pasado? Al fondo de tus recuerdos. Por eso no has podido recordarlo.
¿Y qué es? Me está ardiendo aquí muy...
Son las ganas de liberarte.
Ok, me quiero liberar.
Respiras profundo, exhalas. De todo lo que me ha pasado.
De todo lo que me ha pasado.
Tanto de lo bueno como lo malo.
Tanto de lo bueno como de lo malo. Güey, está muy cabrón, me arde aquí. Siento calientísimo.
Respira profundamente y vas a decir, nada de lo que me ha pasado.
Nada de lo que me ha pasado.
Ha sido culpa mía.
Ha sido culpa mía. Güey, si estás muy...
¿Estás bien? ¿Estás bien? Vámonos.
Güey, no lo puedo creer, no lo puedo creer, no lo puedo creer. ¿Cómo supiste?
On the second level, inside the room where a woman had once been found, the air compressed around Cellegrini. She described the sudden sensation of a hand gripping her own, firm enough that she spoke up. Guided by the shaman, she attempted to respond to whatever lingered there, but her words broke into repeated refusals, each sounding more strained. Her legs weakened, emotions surged unexpectedly, and a long-buried memory surfaced, leaving her shaken enough for the shaman to decide it was no longer safe to remain inside. Throughout the visit, the shaman's explanations about cleansing leaves, wandering spirits, and protective entities framed each moment as part of a broader spiritual landscape. Viewers later noted how the equipment failures and emotional responses aligned with beliefs surrounding aluches, duendes, and the lingering imprint of painful events. As they left the island, the shaman urged caution, leaving an unsettling question behind. Were they reacting only to the mansion's history, or to something actively aware of them? What do you believe truly took place inside that abandoned house? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.
Hello?
Wow!
Holy, look what I finally found. So there's feathers in this cup, and then right inside there is wrapped with string.
It's nearly 2 in the morning.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
On October 5th, 2025, Dee from the YouTube channel Dee's Dark Adventures went into the woods to document another overnight investigation. Her channel focuses on real encounters in abandoned and allegedly haunted locations, where isolation and darkness often blur the line between curiosity and genuine danger. That night, she and Bear traveled deep into the forest toward the remains of an old livestock pen. The air was motionless, dense and cold, the kind of silence that feels unnatural. Not long after recording began, the footage jolted violently. Something had already gone wrong before the night truly started.
But those woods look closer than they are. What?
Did you hear that?
Listen, listen.
Holy smokes, look.
Dude, turn.
I just heard some come from the barn too, but that was 2 huge flags.
I wonder if it was answering the one back there.
Did you hear that?
That wasn't a gun, was it? That one knocked.
It was like some little...
Dude, careful, you're gonna break your damn neck. I'm wondering if it answered the knock from that one over there.
Yeah, I just heard something like walking right behind.
Dude, this place is crazy, I'm telling you. Screams, everything.
Earlier, Dee and Bear had set up their equipment beside the collapsed pen, a site long abandoned, moss-covered beams, corroded nails, and heavy stillness surrounding it. They had barely begun filming when a series of knocks echoed from the woods. It wasn't the wind. The night was completely calm.
I told you, when something landed on that barn and like took off or something, like a huge rock or something big, it had to be 80 plus pounds that landed on that.
80 pounds?
On the barn, and it didn't break, it didn't bend, it didn't nothing. Like, it was just so heavy, it had to be something huge. And I'm just 80 pounds at least. If it was any bigger, it would have crushed it. All right.
Is that an eyeball?
Yeah.
Is that a huge eyeball?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow, right.
I'm sorry, my bad. I don't see it. We need to find a spot and sit and be quiet and watch. So far, we're the ones walking and they're doing stuff. I think that we walked into them knocking, but they would usually stop.
I wasn't.
What was that?
How would you call it?